Fade over. Cut the music. All right.
Hey everyone! Can you hear me? Did you turn the audio on, Eric?
Audio's on.
Hi everyone! Can you hear me?
I hear you fine, Boo. That's all that really matters.
Can you hear me?
They can read lips.
So how are you doing? I think there's a little bit of a delay, so hopefully the live feed will start soon and you can see me. You can hear me? Yay!
Yeah.
You can see me?
Hi, Dave.
For some reason I can't see myself on here. Let me try something. Oops! I don't know why I can't see myself on here. So really quick, let me go over here. Oh, there I am. I can see myself too. I'm in there. Hi everyone. How are you doing? This is Amy's lockdown, right? I hope everybody is feeling great even though we are stuck in the house, right? How are you doing back there, Eric?
I'm alive.
Can everybody hear Eric?
Hey, pop quiz, everybody. How's the audio and video compared to our New Year's Eve bash? Is it a little better?
Is the audio better? Hey! There's a little bit of a delay, so if I'm sort of hesitating, it's just because I'm waiting to see the feed.
Well, just keep going, Boo-Boo.
Hey, yeah, some reason I had to refresh it too, Patricia. I don't know what that was. I had to go out and come back in, and then I could see it. I don't know why the feed looks like that. How does the quality look? Does it look better than it did last time? When we did the New Year's Eve, we had so many problems. We had the cameras, data was showing. We had bad audio. It was like feedbacking all over the place. It was a mess. Eric sounds loud. Amy isn't. Can you turn yourself down a little, Eric?
Yeah, that's one of the problems.
Is that a little better?
Let me try some little crazy here.
Hey, Amber.
We're going to do this here.
Hey, Amber. Hey, Rosalind. How are you doing? Hey, what's cooking? Nashville, what's up? Hey, Joan. How are you doing? Down there in North Carolina, right? Darby. Hey, Darby. Hey, Valley. Cheers, everyone. I got some sweet tea. I'm thirsty for some reason.
I made a
Hi,
minor adjustment
Lizzie.
here. So hopefully it's a little different now. Maybe I'm going to be not as loud. So I'll just have to yell.
Ah! Is Eric too loud still? He adjusted his mic a little bit. Oh, Eldia, you're making the rolls. Awesome, the bread machine dinner rolls. Those are my absolute favorite. I love those dinner rolls. I've been making them for years. Every time I make them, they come out great. So awesome, equal time for Eric. So what do you got to say, Eric?
About what?
You're so inspiring, Eric. You got any words to the wise in our lockdown situation?
I don't know. Try not to kill your spouse or significant other. I don't know.
So I hope you guys are surviving this. The very first thing I want to say is I really appreciate each and every one of you watching the videos. They're so much fun for us to make. I really wish that I can make them faster. I'm going to try as we're locked down. But normally because I work full time, it's kind of hard for me to get them out faster. So I'm trying to get to everything as fast as I can. But hopefully we can do a little bit more in the next couple weeks. Hey, Patricia, what's cooking? Yesterday I made tacos. I told Eric we're rationing because when I got off of work, last Friday, not yesterday, but last Friday, I pretty much said we're going on lockdown. And I have literally been in the house nonstop. I haven't left since that Friday. Eric, I went to the store and stuff on Friday after I got off work, and Eric went to the store. When did you go to the store, Eric? You went Saturday?
No, Monday morning.
You went Monday morning.
Yeah.
And we have been locked down in the house ever since. So I don't know if I'm like, at first I was like, I don't have cabin fever because I'm always at work. So being at home is like, that is a vacation. But now that it's going on a week and it looks like, we could be stuck in this house for months. What do you think about that, Eric?
I don't know. I'm too busy responding to people. Am I supposed to listen to you too?
Yes, you're supposed to listen to me. What do you think about being locked up in here with me say you're stuck in here for 2 months with me?
I don't know, everybody out there. Give a thumbs up if you think it's a good idea, or thumbs down if you think it's whack.
Eric's the one making. Oh, you have. Hey, Marty, how are you doing? That's my girl, right? CJ, how are you doing? Mara, Patricia, haven't left the house since Monday, since school closed. Yep. Oh yeah, I did. I bought a subscription to Martha TV, so I can do that.
Amazon Fire doesn't like Martha, but apparently Roku doesn't. So.
Yeah, we have an Amazon Fire upstairs. We have Roku downstairs, and it works on the Roku, but it doesn't work on the Amazon Fire. So it works on my iPad, on my phone. It just doesn't like the Fire thing. So we got to get a Roku for upstairs. Hey Cheryl. Hey RJ. How are you doing? Hello from Europe and Belgium. Awesome, Martin. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of anxiety over this because I do have a lot of anxiety. How are you feeling about this situation, Eric?
I don't know. Unlike you, I've had to work this week.
Yeah, Eric's been on the computer all. So I'm off for 2 weeks. We're closed for 2 weeks, but after 2 weeks, I'm going to have to work from home, I guess. I'm not exactly sure at this point how that's going to look. So a lot of people have asked how long we're going to stay in, as long as we can until this situation ends. My work will make decisions about what they're going to do, but I'm going to make a decision about what I need to do for my own health and safety, I suppose you could say. So we'll be making a determination of when, it's safe to go back out. I can tell you that I have a little bit of anxiety we have not left the house. No. And so I'm thinking I don't want, for this first 14 days, because they're saying you could not get symptoms for 14 days. I'm like, walking on eggshells. Once the 14 days pass and I feel like, the chances that I had exposure to somebody and I didn't catch it, it grows, but still that, that's there.
Plus we quarantine the Amazon boxes too. We don't touch them for like 3 days.
Yeah. So what's funny is we went social anxiety, right? Some reason like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I was like, I have a feeling we need to ramp up the pantry a little bit. So I did this like massive Sam's Club run where we filled up the back of the car. We got cleaning supplies and everything else. And everybody was like, why did you buy all that stuff? Why did you buy a month's worth or 2 months worth? And it wasn't really that we were hoarding. We were just buying what we need. And because we usually buy like a month in advance. And so now everybody's out, running around trying to find things. And I think we're pretty good. We're pretty good. We have some things that we'll have to get, like fresh food and stuff, but we're probably going to order a delivery. We did order another freezer. We have a big upright freezer, but it's pretty full. So we ordered another freezer, and I think we're picking that up next Saturday.
Because we need to thin stuff out.
Yeah, we need to thin stuff out. So we're going to be picking that up next Saturday so we can get some of the stuff that's out of the other freezer. Plus, I want to put my flowers in the freezer. So put them under ultraviolet light. I don't know. Do we have an ultraviolet light?
Ultraviolet light to do what?
Diane, I snuck out gloved and face masked.
Okay,
I feel that way.
I have to admit something here. Amy baked some bread last night that didn't turn out any well. Now maybe we can put that as a decontaminant, right?
Yeah, because one of the things... Oh, Lonnie, you're making the dinner rolls. Awesome, awesome. How are you getting on with the Kenwood K-Mix, Lizzie? You know, Lizzie, I love my Kenwoods. They don't sell the K-Mix here in the U.S., and I really wish that they would bring it here because I want to use that mixer so bad. And the only way I could is if I get a step-down converter. I have one, but I think it's only for like 200-300 watts, right?
No, it's not even that. It's like 100 watts or something.
Yeah. So I think I would have to get a really big step-down converter, and I think it would be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really wish they would bring that. Delivery is taking up to 4 days. Yeah.
No comment on the bread, but let's just say that cloche that Amy used.
Okay. So let's talk about the cloche, right? I don't know where is it, Eric?
Is the bread still stuck in it?
The bread's stuck in it. So let me fix my mic here really quick.
Do you want the cloche or do you want us to show what the bread looks like?
No, get the cloche though.
I'll be back in a second.
So if you guys know, we bought this cloche, and it was basically, it's like using a Dutch oven to get that crusty bread. And I just used it.
It's the Henri.
I just used it for the second time. The first time, it turned out pretty good. The problem is I slashed the bread. Like when I put the slashes in, I slashed it way too deep, so it was like, it like totally opened up. So the second time, I just finished baking another loaf. See how, I haven't even had a chance to clean this yet.
No.
But one of the things that...
If you guys can see that, there's a little bit of stuck bread.
Yes, one of the things that happened was, the first time I did it, I used a 3-cup recipe, and the second time I did it, I used a 4-cup. And I must have put in too much yeast or something. It overrose too much. And so this is what happened, right? See that? When I tried to take this bread out of the oven, whoops! When I tried to take this bread out of the oven, literally, I could not get this off. And
it didn't even come off?
No, it didn't even come off. It was like welded to here.
Well, yeah, plus it was hot.
It was hot, so I couldn't do anything. So when I finally, it started to cool and we got it off. When I opened it up, the bread was completely stuck in here. And it cooled, and then I had to like break the edges to get the loaf out.
Well, that was the next morning.
Yeah, that was the next one. Yeah, that was this morning.
We let it cool overnight.
So, yeah. So, I would say that I love it, but I have to learn how to use it. So everybody has been asking me for a video on it. I will have a video on it as soon as I perfect it. I don't want to. Why do you have to bring this over here? This is the loaf.
This is locked down.
I killed it getting it out. It went way too wide. I think one of the things I did to it is when I formed it, I didn't form it tight enough, so there was not enough tension in the dough ball. right? So it just rose out this way, and it was, oh my gosh,
But
this is.
But you said the recipe is different. This is 4 cups versus 3 cups.
Yeah, this is my recipe that I did earlier. I did a garlic and herb Dutch oven bread, and it had roasted garlic, but we didn't have enough garlic, so I didn't.
And if anyone ever wants to know the Dutch oven, it really is a good recipe. If you ever watch my 7-pound cheeseburger, Amy made me a special big 10-inch recipe.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Thank you, Valley. Thank you. I really appreciate the super chats. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, so that bread, that was a nightmare. That turned out wonderful in my Dutch oven. So I really need to perfect it. So everybody that's waiting on a video on that, I will have a video on it as soon as I get it right. And when I get it right, then I make a video so I know that when you make it or you use it, you can use my success. And I'll talk about, you know, what happened. What?
You can do it.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Patricia and Valley. I really appreciate the super chat is on. What that goes for is it helps me put on the shows. We buy so much equipment, you just don't even know. And sometime Eric's gonna shut me down, right? Because we spend a lot of our own money, and that's what the super chat goes to. We just bought a brand new computer for doing live stream, and yeah, we had to buy this really expensive software too to make that happen. So
if anybody really cares about
appreciate
details, last time we did our live stream, we were in the process of building a new computer, and I put this video capture card in, right? And we didn't get it work until literally a half hour before the thing. We bought a new one so we could have B-roll going, so we can do zoom-ins without having to use that webcam that's all whacked and stuff. Remember Amy's face?
Yeah, see if you can do. This is.
Now I have to figure out how to do it. So do
Eric's at the controls.
Let's see. Fade. Okay, the reason why we lost audio is because I don't know what I'm doing. There's a special setting in this thing, so anytime we go to close-ups, we lose audio. So it's not you. Don't turn your knobs.
You have to have the green light on the main camera, Eric.
I did, and it still didn't work.
Okay.
But anyways, we're back, so life is good.
Oh my gosh! So let's talk about some questions here. I have so much to talk about. We might go live again just because I don't have anything to do all day, right? Let's see. Someone had asked, is my balloon from New Year's still floating? Hey, boo.
I don't know.
You will be shocked. You will be shocked. So that was New Year's Eve, right? And today is, what's the date today? The 21st?
I don't know, middle of March.
I should know the date because Eric has the date on the camera over there. You can see it. You will never guess. Look at this.
Yeehaw, it's still working.
The balloon is still flying from New Year's Eve. The other ones we had to kill off. But look at this. This thing is still going. It's been 3 months.
Yeah, Mylar's wonderful, isn't it?
It's been 3 months.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Amber, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Stand mixers are expensive. I know. You know what? We were talking about this in the Facebook group because I bought these 2 KitchenAids. I bought that pink one. I didn't pay hardly anything for it because I had like some points on my credit card. and it was like $1.99. And then Eric bought me that blue one, the Pro 5 Plus from Sam's Club. And I used the pink one was an Pro HD. And I'm going to tell you, if you're in the Facebook group, I posted a little video about that. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in that. I'm gonna do a video on it, but yeah, I'm really wondering about those KitchenAids that they keep offering at like this $1.99 price, or the low 200s. I don't know about the quality of those. Let's see. What software are we using? We're using vMix and we have to learn how to use it. It's basically software that they use like a newscaster would use. So you can have multiple inputs of cameras and audio and web and video and all kinds of fun stuff. And the more we learn to use it, it's going to bring a lot more dynamics to the live stream. So if we get a chance to really learn how to use it, it's going to be pretty fun. I have the Bosch Universal and a Simus hand mixer. Definitely, I would say hand mixer and stand mixer is a great combination, because there's a lot of those little jobs that you just want to pull that hand mixer out. And there's also like meringues and stuff, because if you have a large stand mixer, it doesn't reach the bottom of the bowl and doesn't do a great job on those jobs. So definitely a hand mixer is great to have. Awesome, Victor. Some of those recipes for bread in the Dutch oven spread a lot. Yeah, I've got, I need to practice. That's all I got to say. The secret of using a cloche is that you have to lightly grease it and preheat it while the bread is proofing. So you do the first proof. The way I did it is I kind of used the instructions in the book. I did a first proof just in a bowl, and then I knocked it down, shaped it, and then I threw it in the cloche. The problem is the first time it stuck to the bottom of it. I put a little flour on there and it still stuck to it. And then the second time I put a round piece of parchment that I bought for cake pans. I put that in there. It worked a little better. It just spread too much. And I don't know if you're saying you have to preheat it while the bread is proofing. So do you do like 2 rises and then shape it, heat that sucker, and then put it in there before it has risen a second time or a third time? Or do you, I put the lid on it and let it rise a second time in the close. So I don't know. Maybe I didn't do that right. We'll see. Hi from Singapore. How are you doing? Iskander, is that how you pronounce it? Thanks for being in the group. We have a lot of fun in that group. Do I have a hand mixer? I have a few hand mixers. I actually did a test and review of hand mixers. I did like a cheap one and an expensive one, right, Eric? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did that. We did like a, yeah, so I have a KitchenAid. I have a KitchenAid, a Cuisinart. I have Chardor bread pudding. Yeah, the cloche is expensive. Maybe I should go with a KitchenAid Midi or that Bosch Compact. You know, I like the Bosch Compact. I can't say that I've used it extensively, but I will be. I will be. Does your Kenwood have the stainless steel? Okay. So, trying to get at everybody's questions. Do you have the 5.5 Cuisinart Precision? I do have the Cuisinart, but I have the prior model. We did a test and review of that years ago. It's one of my early videos. So if you watch that, just know that I didn't know how to correct the color on my video. I don't have the new Cuisinart. I haven't got that one yet, so I don't know, Eric. If I bring another mixer in here, he might lose his mind.
Where are you going to put it?
I don't know.
You have to understand, people, we do have finite storage space. You just think, oh, yeah, go get another mixer, Amy.
Pan
Woo-hoo.
room, right?
Who do you think arranges this stuff?
Pan room. This is one thing I need to do. I haven't done it yet. I haven't started because I think this last week I went through this phase of, my anxiety and all that fun stuff just over our situation. Because my goal was to really get this pan room organized, and I just haven't done anything yet. Is that more fireworks temptation than that box? So yeah, no, that's not. It's not firework, but it's my regular eggplant pattern. I don't know. You guys want to see that unboxing of that? Eric didn't know that I had that. So, let's see. When are you going to do a review on a deep fryer? We have a Breville deep fryer, and I don't really use it that much because I mainly just use a pot on the stove because I don't feel like cleaning it. We've used it in the past. Eric did a French fries using the double fry method, but I really don't use it that much. Is the Kenwood stand mixer totally out of the U.S.? I suspect that it is. Amazon's not selling the Kenwood anymore. The only place that's selling it is Everything Kitchens. And they only have, I think, the 5-quart, and they have the 5-quart and 7-quart. The Cooking Chef is totally gone. And I emailed them one time because I was like, are they bringing up the new model or something? And they acted like, what's a Cooking Chef? So I was just like, whatever. I think they're not bringing it. I don't know what's up with Kenwood. I'm hoping that they don't leave the U.S. market. Hi, Vita Gal. Vita C Gal, how are you doing? Vita Z Gal, I'm so glad that you're here, right? Like I said, KitchenAids are for families, and I'm a single person. Yeah. You might look into the Classic Plus. I love that little mixer, and I would get the Classic Plus over the Mini any day. I don't know. I had issues with the Mini. But that was when it first came out, so. Just got the KitchenAid 7-quart. Sweet! A mixer without a kitchen. Oh, that's you, Eric. What type of meat do we usually eat? I'm not a huge meat eater. I've never been. I mainly eat chicken. That's basically all I eat is chicken. Eric likes beef and pork.
Yeah, but we do a combination. Chicken breast is probably by volume. Ground chicken, ground turkey is runner-up. We use Jimmy Dean's sausage because it's convenient, so you can put a bunch of stuff. And then further down, then I might get beef once in a while.
Yeah. Eric
and then there's always bacon. Yeah, I got 6 pounds. I grabbed that before the lockdown.
Don't buy the KitchenAid Mini. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Martin, but...
Hey, boo-boo.
Some people like the Mini because maybe they only do really light jobs. I would get the Classic Plus of the Mini. What was that, Eric?
We're getting a couple of pan cave requests. So you might want to get those cleaned up, boo-boo. No, I was trying to think of something.
Well, we have a pan cave. Everybody says, how are you getting all this stuff in the pan room? Well, we have like a 1,200 square foot basement downstairs, and it's basically entirely a huge pan room, like huge pan room. I have like a lot of racks in here, but I have a lot of racks downstairs. So yeah, the pan room does have a friend. It's downstairs. Right now it's kind of in disarray, but at some point I'm going to get a tour as if I can get it together. Can you teach us how to smoke meats? You know, Eric needs to do some smoke recipes because we did some in the past, but we haven't done too many.
Well, we did bison ribs. We did beef ribs. I don't think I ever did spare ribs. I did the tri rib. We did the tri-tip. We did that. I have a chuck roast I'm going to do soon as I get this WSM put together that you got me.
Yeah. Can you guys hear Eric?
I hear me.
Oh my gosh. How do you store the mixer? I know you have carts, but any in the kitchen? Well, let me tell you. When I had like 10 mixers, the carts were great because I have 6 mixers on the cart. I have 1 in the kitchen all the time, or sometimes 2 in the kitchen. I have 1 behind me and then 1 on the island. I don't even know what Eric's going to say right now. So he's on the chat. I don't even want to know what he's going to say about this.
I'm ignoring you. That's how you wonder how we get along.
I would say right now, I don't know. You probably can't see that, but I have 2 units that I use for my smallware. I did a smallware organization video, and I have mixers on top of there. I have mixers on top of the rack in here, and I have mixers downstairs. So, yeah. That's why I'm saying I kind of want the Cuisinart, but if I come home with that Cuisinart, Eric's going to lose his mind.
Just cross out the tracking number and say you've had it and it's grandfathered in, blah, blah, blah.
Would I do that?
Always.
Would I order something?
So let's
sneak it in the house?
Let's just say my pet peeve is temptations. I think that stuff is evil. And I guess
sneak it in the house.
Tara had something called Tara at home.
Take the label off.
And she got it on sale because they stopped selling that. And then it's just started arriving, box after box after box. And Amy was like, oh, I've had this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do a basement video as soon as I can.
I seem very understanding.
You know what?
You know, Amy, I need some of that tea of yours. I think I need to go put some Smirnoff in it or something.
I think, I keep saying one of these days Eric's going to shut me down on the mixers. Because I know, I'm like taking it a little too far, right?
Well, now Amy's got this seasonal temptation. So not only does she keep a stash upstairs, every season I have to rotate stock downstairs.
No, I'm not buying too much more Temptations because I think there's some quality issues there. The Bosch. Yeah. Hi, Darby. Hi, Patricia. I'm trying to look at all the comments. Oh, you can hear Eric. Okay.
Yeah,
yay! So, what is this in front of me, right? So, I have this. So, I keep all of my parts to my mixers because I have so many of them in these shoe boxes from the Container Store. So you can buy these for like $2 a piece, I think. And believe it or not, I need to put this one back in the dishwasher because this one's getting a little rough looking. But I actually run these suckers through the dishwasher. And So one of my plans was I need to work on all the attachments because the attachments are kind of getting a little all over the place. And I started this project the other day, and I wanted to ask if anybody knows. I'm not exactly sure which one goes to the 4.5, the Classic Plus, and which one goes to the Artisan. If anybody knows whether or not the Artisan and the Classic Plus use the same attachments, because they look exactly the same, I just don't know which one goes to which. So if nobody knows, I'll just call KitchenAid. But yeah, so I'm in the middle of trying to. Eric wonders how I know what attachments go to what, and I'm like, you know, of course, it's my babies, right? You're always going to know what attachments go to what. But I am having this issue about whether or not those go to the same one. Me at Home Goods.
We have a Home Sense.
You know what? The first thing I said with this lockdown, the first thing I said was, I'm not going to be able to go to Home Goods. I'm gonna have to give me like a full bodysuit with a respirator mask, go in there like the astronauts into Home Goods. I could go because I was like, we're off from work, we're at home, it's an opportunity for us to have a good time, right? And I can't get out of here. No, let me stop. So, it would be a great rampage. The 4.5 and the 5 difference is only the bowl is taller. Yeah, I'm wondering, they do use the same attachments. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I can only have one box for both of those. So, one thing I did get when we were getting some meat is I got 2 boxes of vacuum sealer bags, like for the food saver, and these are actually 100 feet.
No, Tony, she does not need a mixer room.
Yes, Amy does need a mixer room. I like you.
No.
Tony's my body. Yeah, 100 feet. And it comes with a cutter. So you put the cutter here and you can cut the bags. I thought this was pretty sweet. So I opened this because I had bought like 6 packs of chicken breasts. And I opened this and I used these, and these were actually pretty cool. This is outofair.com. I got them on Amazon. So 100 feet. And these were like $20.
Hey, Boo, Patricia was asking about marks on them that identify themselves as the same. I don't know what that means. Is that referring to
if
parts?
there's marks on them? I don't think. This one says 85. This one says 51. I don't know.
Are those part numbers?
I don't know. This one says 51.
I don't know.
But they look exactly the same.
Hey, Boo Boo, do you want to give a spoiler alert?
What?
How that pink mixer was kind of making some noise?
Oh yeah, well yeah, I did in my Facebook group. It's pretty junky if you ask me. Where's my okay. So I ordered something from Walmart for the pantry. I'm just opening this now because it's been sitting here for 5 days. It's been sitting here. So it should be eligible, right? Whatever was on it shouldn't be on it. I figured I would open this right now. It's very exciting. Exciting stuff. I got 3 containers of better than bouillon.
Ooh.
Isn't that exciting? Reduced sodium.
Yeah.
These are cool. I like this stuff. I had a feel I can't really get the low sodium. Like a lot of stores, they don't have the low sodium. They just have the regular.
Yeah.
And I don't want the regular. I mean, the low sodium is high sodium to me. So
Yeah.
we got a couple of those. So we can put these in the pantry. I was running low on them. Isn't that exciting? That's my unboxing for the day. I'm scared to
Was that
unbox
it?
anything. I do have something.
What?
I do have an Instant Pot oven sitting right here.
Where?
Right here. And I also have a Kasori food dehydrator. We did a food dehydrator video before with the Kasori, but they have a new model out that has drawers instead of,
Layers.
yeah. And that's what that one is. But maybe if we go live again, because I don't have anything to do all week, maybe we can open this oven up. Have you guys used that Instant Pot Vortex oven? I bought that thing at Walmart. I don't know why I felt like I wanted it. Do I have a gyro? I've never made that. I would like to do it. Give them more money so they can buy more stuff. Ah! I can tell you, yes. People ask me all the time, and I'm just going to put this out here because it's probably something I need to address. People ask me all the time about how I can have so many mixers and how I can have so many kitchen stuff. And my answer is, fairly simple. And people ask me this, so I'm just going to give my answer. That people have hobbies, right? And my hobby is learning to cook. I'm not, an expert by any means. It's Amy Learns to Cook, and it's a learning process. And to me, learning to cook is a lifelong learning process. That's what's so great about cooking is you can always get better. There's always another recipe. There's always another thing that you can do. It tests your creativity, and it tests it just tests you, right? It's a challenge, no matter what. You can be the greatest chef in the world, and it's a challenge to always improve. And, oops, my microphone is getting all off again. Sorry about that. It's probably staticky when I do that. And everybody has a hobby, and everybody spends their money the way they want to. And my hobby is cooking. I don't drive a fancy car. I don't travel that much. We travel locally, but I spend my money on my hobby, just like everybody else does. So even though it seems like I have a lot of kitchen stuff, my kitchen pan room didn't develop in a day. I've been buying kitchen stuff for almost 20 years. So even if I have a lot of mixers, if you buy a different mixer, one mixer every year, 10 years from now, you're going to have 10 of them, right? So even though it seems like I have a ton of kitchen stuff, and I do have a ton of kitchen stuff, it's like anything else. Some people buy cars, some people buy clothes, some people buy shoes, some people go on vacations, whatever. I want to learn how to cook, and I want to get better. Every time I cook, I get better at it. So that's pretty much all I can say about that. I work a full-time job, and so does Eric. And we don't have any kids, so that's another reason, right? So that's my answer to that. I have 30 toy sewing machines, so I understand. Exactly. Everybody has something. Eric, what does he have? Eric has a lot of tools. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, there goes Eric with all his tools. But I don't have 30 routers or 30 drills, boo.
He has quite a bit. He has a lot of computer stuff.
Computer stuff.
As soon as I say, can we buy... As soon as I give him even a little toe in the door, he'll say something like, you know, you might need a new live stream computer. And I just even let that toe in the door. I say something like, oh yeah, maybe that would be a good idea. Boom, next thing I know, here's Amazon showing up at the front door with piles of computer stuff in front of here. So, everybody has a thing. Are we forcing you with the gloves? No, I like you. Hey, Yuri, how are you doing? That's my buddy. No, I wear gloves. People have commented why I wear gloves. You know, at one instance they say, you know, you should be wearing gloves, and sometimes I say, why are you wearing gloves at your own kitchen? Some of the reason I wear gloves is I wear them anytime it's a type of food that tends to have bad bacteria. So if you're talking something that's prepackaged, a dry good, something like that, I won't wear gloves. But when you're talking about meat, anything like that, I usually wear gloves because I always wash my hands. Even though I put the gloves on, I wash my hands. I feel like if I get meat under my fingernails and I didn't like scrub my fingernails every time, I could still transfer that bacteria. So I use gloves. Someone had mentioned in the Facebook group when I asked for questions about kitchen safety, because there's a lot of new cooks out there. And one of my biggest tips for kitchen safety is sanitation. Nothing is worse or more dangerous than consuming food that will make you sick. And gloves is just the start of it. It's cleaning surfaces. To be honest with you, I take it even really far. I don't put my food on the counter. And you'll see that a lot of times in the videos. You will never see me put food directly on the counter. And I sanitize the counter. I sanitize my counters with Clorox wipes. I use more Clorox wipes than is allowed by law, right? I sanitize them. But one thing, Clorox wipes are not food safe. I don't buy wipes from a restaurant place where you get the ones that are food safe. And number two, I really feel like I want to put the food on something that's sanitary. So I put it in the dishwasher, I do it on a hot cycle, and I do hot drying, so that my food goes only on a clean board, a clean plate. I don't put it on the counter. I've seen things where people have their pets that jump on the counter and then they put their food on the counter. I've seen, people put their purse on their counter. I never put my purse on my kitchen counter. I don't put things on my kitchen counter that could spread bacteria. Even though I clean it, I don't put my purse on my kitchen counter because my purse, sometimes goes on the floor, it goes on here. It never goes on my kitchen counter. I really think that sanitation is like one of the big things in terms of kitchen safety. Another is just common sense, right? Don't wear loose clothing while you're cooking. Take your rings off. I always take my rings off when I cook because rings harbor bacteria. Make sure your floor is clean, nothing's wet. Handle your knives properly, all that fun stuff, a lot of it. Where's the best source for USA pans? The shipping is outrageous. I think I've gotten a lot of USA pans just on Amazon because we have Prime, so we don't have to pay for shipping.
or Williams-Sonoma
outlet stores. If you're near a Williams-Sonoma outlet store, buying it at Williams-Sonoma is like outrageous.
Yeah.
I don't think I would pay, $40 for a cake pan. I don't think I ever have.
There's what, 9 or 10 Williams-Sonoma outlet stores across the country?
Yeah. There's one in Vegas, right?
When we lived in California, we didn't know there was one in Vegas. We got married in Vegas. If Amy even knew they had one in Vegas, we would have probably spent all week there, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, gloves are for gooey meatloaf or sausage. Definitely. I'm not even seeing what Eric's talking about here.
I don't know. Me and Victor have a good time talking tools.
Does Eric have his own? Eric has his own channel. He doesn't have any videos on it, but he might in the future because I bought him a very expensive drone for his birthday. So he's probably going to be doing some fun stuff with his drone. He hasn't started using it yet, but he's going to be using it. So, hi Lily T, how are you? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I won't give to have the proper tools when things in the house breaks down. Yeah. Hi, Felicia. Felia? Hi, Felia. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, there's my buddy from LA. How are you doing, girl? We need to chat, right? We need to chat. Hit me up on Messenger so we can chat.
Hey, Christopher, here's your shout out. Woohoo!
That was a great shout out, Eric.
I don't know. I don't do it.
Norwex. I've heard of Norwex. I've never used them. Are USA pans superior to Gold Touch? Well, USA pans make Gold Touch. So I would say on their scale, the only really difference between the USA pans branded ones and the Gold Touch is I think the USA pan branded ones have a silicone coating on them where the Gold Touch doesn't. Plus the USA pans have grooves in them. So if you don't like those grooves, sometimes those grooves will show up on your bread. If you don't like that, I would go with the Gold Touch. I love the Gold Touch, but I do love the USA pans version. I think you get pretty similar results, but maybe if you don't like, you don't necessarily like the silicone or you don't like the grooves in them, go with the Gold Touch.
I guess
How long have we been married? Like 23 years, something like that.
Tomorrow is our anniversary, right?
Tomorrow is?
Okay, world.
Okay,
Amy does not know when we got married.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't just do that.
Yes, you did.
I've been stuck in this house. I don't even know what day it is. I've never been really like a big anniversary person. So what are we doing for our anniversary? Oh, wait, we're staying here, right? Okay.
Well, I can put my smoker together. If you're really nice, I'll cook something for you.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Visions. I remember Visions. Yeah, so tomorrow, it'll be what, 23 years?
Do some math.
Holy moly.
Yes, people, me and Amy have been together for around 24 years. Can you believe that's almost
24?
Yeah, when I said, hi, honey, can you cook? And you said, I can cook pizza and I can do scrambled eggs. And I said, oh, I know you. Yeah.
I made Eric a pizza on a boboli. He thought that was so great. He just thought I was like chef of the year.
Yeah, we used to always use Boboli for like the first 5 years.
And then I did a video on it at the very beginning. It's like I called it it was like a potato and egg scramble, where we were out at a camping trip and we actually did it out there. And you basically, you cook the potato, you boil off the potatoes, you cook the potatoes, and you put the eggs in there. You put, if you put bacon in there, you put mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, all that stuff, and you coat it with cheese. And I made that, and he just thought, I'm telling you, he thought I was like Julia Child. So I won him over with pizza and scrambled eggs. And then for a long time, I didn't cook.
All right, my turn here.
For a long time, I didn't cook anything. We went out to eat. And, but I love kitchen stuff, so I bought kitchen stuff and I didn't cook. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's coming over here.
So, I'll just keep this thing short. When I invited Amy over to my apartment for my first little home-cooked meal, it was supposed to be romantic, right? I did a pork roast, the 25-cent biscuits in a...
Yeah, the poppin' biscuits.
Pop them, pop the thing and it explodes. And I think some applesauce. Out of all that, she ate the applesauce. Why? She's not a fan of pork, unless it's maybe Jimmy Dean or bacon. But for the most part, you give her a big hunk of meat, and she's not really a fan of that. So that didn't work out well. The explode 'em things, I think I overdid them, and they're like bricks. So, yeah. But that was my first romantic meal. And she still decided to go out with me. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Noel.
Thank you. Oh. Happy anniversary, Bill. Yeah, I'm wondering all these years why he puts up with me. Really? Why does he put up with me? Well, you must like punishment, Eric. My sugar didn't dissolve all the way. Yeah, he likes punishment. On QVC, that would be amazing, huh? I don't know. I'm not. I get that. Eric, would you marry her all over again?
If I had to live my life all over again? Let's just say,
Why was there a delay in that?
I don't know. Back in the day when we first would buy gifts for each other, we were buying non-durable goods. And I made a mistake of telling Amy one day, I said, hey, let's stop wasting our money. Let's buy durable goods. And I think that's what might have put her towards this whole cookware thing.
I don't know why. You know what? I've always loved dishes. I've always loved dishes. And I remember when I was in college, I got like this pink set of dishes. It was a service for 8. I think I got it at Mervyn's. Do you remember Mervyn's, Eric?
In California, right?
Yeah. Mervyn's is, I think like Kohl's stole all of Mervyn's idea and just made it bigger. Because Mervyn's, you went into a Mervyn's and it looks like a Kohl's. And I bought this set of, it was a service for 8 and it was pink dinnerware. And I was just like, it was like the greatest thing to me. I loved dishes. I don't know what it was. And I was sort of like, I think then it was like just TJ Maxx. There was like no Home Goods. And I was buying like decorator items and stuff like that. But when I met Eric, we went to this factory outlet mall and we went to this store. It was a Farberware outlet. And they were having a sale. They had these big, huge boxes, and they were having a sale of these classic Farberware pans, and they were $5 each. And I walked out of there with a whole bunch of stuff. And I mean, from that day, it was just like nothing stopped me. I just went crazy, right? I just love it. I started getting all clad, and I love the shape of it. I love the shiny stainless steel. I love how they clean up. You just put some Barkeeper's Friend in there, and it's like they just shine up. They're beautiful. And I just got hooked on Williams & which is dangerous, dangerous. Oh, yeah, I miss Mervyn's. Those were the days. Those were the days. Yeah. Yeah, why were you thinking? What was the pause about, Eric?
I didn't want to do a Freudian slip or something.
Okay. I mean, I look at that and, you know, man, 20 what, 4 years? It's crazy. When are we moving to the country? So, I did put that out there, didn't I? I have this really crazy idea. We live in an area where there's a lot of traffic, and I'm not getting any younger. And I've really been chasing the career thing for a lot of years. And I'm thinking, because I grew up in the country, and I'm thinking that I'm kind of getting tired of it. So at some point, we are going to move. I don't know if we're going to buy a farmhouse. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't even know where it's going to be. We keep saying, oh, here and there and here and there. And Eric wants a little bit more snow than when we get here. And so I think the sky's the limit right now on where we will ultimately move. But it's going to be, you know, it's going to be in the future. It's probably going to be, you know, not this year, next year, something like that.
So basically, Amy wants to go somewhere that has a little bit of land. She doesn't want to necessarily have farm animals or anything.
I don't necessarily want farm animals. I just want some property where I can
grow a little stuff.
Grow a little stuff, and I don't even know what that's going to look like. I don't even know if I'm going to get an acre, if I'm going to get 5 acres, but I want to change my situation. A little bit. I'm trying to get debt free, and I'm trying to. I have some real estate that I have to sell to make that happen. So I don't know what that's going to look like and when it will look like, but someday, right? We bought a house with this many stairs. Yeah, we have a lot of stairs too. Moved to LA. I am a California girl, huh? I don't know if I would live in LA, though.
That would be an upgrade in traffic.
Yeah. I don't know. Every other day it's somewhere else.
Tennessee would be an interesting option. But I'd want it to be up in the hills so I get a little more snow.
Yeah, we've been thinking. We looked at a house in West Virginia. We looked at a house in, we're talking about, you know, North Carolina. We were talking about Texas. We were talking about Colorado. We were talking about Tennessee. We were talking about, we want it someplace that gets a little bit of snow, that's green. I don't know. With 1,000 square foot kitchen. Yes, it has to have everything. It has to be a house where I want a separate building on the property so I can have my pan room. It has to be plumbed. It has to have air conditioning in there, heating and air conditioning. So it's a lot of things. So is Eric going to plant veggies this year? The plan is to plant some. I think our schedule is totally messed up right now because of this situation we're
Well,
in.
we never bought the seeds, so we didn't get those going. So now we just got to buy the plants again.
Yeah.
But as long as we don't wait until Memorial Day where they're like half grown, maybe we can get a. Well, it's too late for Valentine's. They don't have Valentine's Day. Let's see what's coming up. March, April. I don't know.
Yeah.
Will they have a sale soon? Can we get Instacart to go to Lowe's or something and pick up some plants?
Amy on moving to a farm. I don't want all the chores. I just want to make country food. Yeah, that sounds like it. I mean, I grew up on a ranch. We had horses and pigs and sheep, and I had goats and chickens all over the place. I don't necessarily know if I want all that. I told Eric I wanted to get a burro, and he's like, no. And I'm like, come on, I want a burro. I don't think he's not up on the burro thing.
Okay, I'll include you guys on something here.
We're trying to get out of Southern California. They keep trying to up in Prop 13. Yeah, we own a house in California, and we would probably be selling it so we can pay cash possibly for a house or close to it, or at least half in cash, depending on what kind of house we get. We could pay cash and be debt free and buy, one kind of house, or we can buy something a little nicer and
that
maybe
has a
pay
substantial
half.
pancake to it, right?
And have like an extra building on it and more property and all that stuff.
So, Boo, about that burro, remember our first experience with the burro, Boo? We went to that estate liquidation sale, and you bought...
I got a burro. I got a little burro for the yard.
It has a concrete slab, and then it's like a burro. It's made out of like, I don't know what you want to say. It's made out of something heavy. This thing weighed literally like 300 pounds. We lived about a quarter mile down the road from this auction house. Amy drove the pickup truck at like 5 miles an hour, maybe 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, I have milked goats. I've milked a sheep.
And let's just say I put that burro on a dolly and I pushed it home a quarter of a mile.
It was a statue.
It was like a statue. It was heavy. Because we couldn't get in the back of the truck. It was too heavy.
I've milked goats. I've milked sheep. I had a lot of sheep one time. We, Florida, a burro. I don't know why I always wanted a burro. I mean, I could get a donkey, but burros they're so cute. They got little fuzzy ears, and they got this little attitude where they just run around, I love them. A burro. Big bear. Yeah. Awesome. Moving on a farm. Can you believe me back in a farm? So, what was my other... So, upcoming videos. That was one question. Oh, one of the things I wanted to mention was, has anybody noticed there's like a massive flour shortage? There's a massive flour shortage. So when everybody started buying all this stuff, the stores first cleaned out of bread, and when there's no bread, everybody all of a sudden become a bread baker, right? So they bought up all the flour and all the yeast, and I'm finding, whoops, I think.
What'd you do? I think we have a technical difficulty.
So everybody's been buying up all the yeast and all the bread. So one of the things that's interesting to me right now is King Arthur themselves is out of flour. You can't even order flour from King Arthur. So that's like, wow, right? They're completely sold out. So I have plenty of yeast and we have some flour, but I had to buy the flour that I could get. And we bought this Sam's Club bread and pizza flour. It's not the greatest, and I want King Arthur because the Sam's Club is bleached and I want unbleached. So I'm trying to like negotiate right now with Amish place so I can get a 50-pound sack of King Arthur flour. I've heard, yeah, What's Cooking National, you finally found flour after looking for days. So I'm trying to get, so I have that. So when I'm baking bread, that's the only thing I have to bake with is that Sam's Club flour. I think Amazon sold out. eBay is sold out. Yeah, yeast is getting ridiculous. Yeast on Amazon right now to get a 1-pound pack of the SAF yeast, they want like $50-$60 for one of those things. It's crazy. So I have an Amish place that says they're going to get in next week, and he's going to ship me one. If he doesn't ship me the King Arthur, he's going to ship me, he does have a bag of seal in Minnesota, so he's going to ship me that. But yeah, so we'll be rocking and rolling on the bread again. Yeah, Smart and Final was cleaned out. Flour, sugar, eggs. I mean, yeah, it's like they're cleaning out everything. It's crazy. So I do have bread flour right now. That's Sam's Club bread and pizza flour. So I'm playing around with that. I don't know how that's going to be different if I then use King Arthur. Is it going to respond differently? It's going to be interesting.
What, because one's bleached and one's not?
No, just, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have the same protein levels. I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't listening. So you're talking AP versus bread?
No, it's all bread flour.
Oh.
But for some reason I used gold medal or something. I didn't really like it. Oh, you got red kidney beans from Camilla. Oh, yeah. Those are the ones they use in Louisiana, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with that. Land of Lincoln, you had a donkey? That's amazing.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think I want like animals like that, but
so Donna hasn't seen my I got that hat I wear in the winter when it's really cold and stuff. It says conserve water, drink beer.
Oh, yeah.
She was saying, so if you're out of water, drink beer or soda.
Yeah.
I say drink beer all the time.
Yeah. So do you guys want to go live? You want me to go live again this week during the week? Are you guys at home during the week? Do you want to go live to do another check-in? Yeah, Patricia's stores are out of bread, so they gotta bake. People actually have to bake bread now. It was funny. I said to Eric, just before this thing happened, everybody was like gluten-free and organic everything and no chemicals. And then when I went to the store, all the bread's gone. All the chemicals are gone, the antibacterial, everything. It's like they swooped out all the chemicals. I was like, what happened to chemical free? Right?
Got it.
That went on the wayside. Yeah.
Black market use of flour.
Do you guys want to go live again during the week? Again? I don't have anything to do during the week, so I kind of need someone to talk to.
What do you want to do on a live?
I don't know. Maybe just talk about updates on what we're doing.
Now you have to understand, during the daytime, I got to work. So the earliest we could do this would be around 4-ish, 5-ish Eastern time. So kind of like this time.
Yeah. This week I'm off, but next week I'll have to go. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Have to do some sort of work.
Yeah. We aren't going anywhere. So maybe if we did like a 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock live, something like that.
Yeah.
Thursday maybe. Can you put that on every day? Grill outside. We do have a grill video coming up. Mixer Mania, yeah.
Well, we got to do a cooking video. The question is, do we have to do something special to being in lockdown mode?
Lockdown mode, right?
How to use 2-year-old peaches in your pie?
Freezer clean out. Pull out the peaches from 2 years. It's been in your freezer for 2 years.
Hey, frostbite's your friend.
Yeah. 6 o'clock on Friday. 6 o'clock on Thursday. You guys want to do 6 o'clock Thursday? We can do that. Vegans will be eating vegan sausage and potted meat if it gets bad. I know. You know, they keep saying that there's nothing wrong with the food supply. I mean, a lot of people, I don't know. I'm like, there's a lot of people out there hoarding. Don't get me wrong. That's what they're doing. I also think that there's like a lot of stuff going on. Like, we have to realize that a lot of people eat out at least 50% of their meals. So when they're stuck in the house and they can't eat out, they're going to be buying double the amount of food just because their normal weekly shopping trip is only half of what they actually eat. So it's going to double up on what everybody's eating anyway because of, you know, because they're not eating out. And then you have like the panic. So it's like, oh, I need to get enough for a month. So they cleaned out the shelves. And yeah, this toilet paper situation is just amazing. We are stocked up. We have plenty of stuff. I think we could even go 2 months maybe, except we just don't have the fresh stuff. We've run out of mushrooms. We're going to be out of onions at some point, but we did do a video where we diced all those. We diced 10 pounds of onions. We threw all those onions in the freezer. So we have the onions in the freezer, so we're going through our fresh ones now. We only have maybe 4 fresh ones left.
Oh, no. We got some.
Well, I used one yesterday because I made tacos.
Okay, time out here. We have a phrase in this house, and I'm taking this from, you know, the U.S. We have this strategic reserve of oil, right? Well, I borrowed that term. So our food is called strategic reserve. So when Amy opened up a box that's got some potato chips in it, I said, you're taking it from the strategic reserve.
Eric buys this like box of individual potato chip bags, and he said, oh, we get so many per day. And I opened that sucker up, and he was like, I tapped in the strategic reserve. So,
well, you have to pace yourself. You can't eat like 2 ounces of potato chips at a time. That's like a week's worth right there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. At some point, at least for meat and stuff like that, because we went to Sam's Club and all the meat was gone. But at some point, people are going to run out of freezer space. They're going to run out of space. So it should start slowing down because A, they're going to run out of money, and B, they're going to run out of freezer space. So they won't be buying all those perishable things. So something has to be done for the truckers. I know my nephew is a trucker. He posted on Facebook the other day. He brought a load of yogurt in to Salt Lake City. So whoever lives in Salt Lake City, thank him because he's the reason you have yogurt. Right? Yeah, we have plenty of toilet paper. We bought, we have plenty of soap. Shampoo. Miss, I bought shampoo. I bought toothpaste. Like I bought 2-3 packs, and then Eric went to Sam's Club and he bought like a 5-pack. So we have like 1 million tubes of toothpaste. So we will have clean teeth at least, right? But we will be ordering in Instacart at some point because we will need eggs. We have enough right now, but we will need eggs, mushrooms, onions, some fresh stuff like tomatoes. We have tomatoes now, but we will need them. If it was soaps and detergents, yeah. We have plenty of laundry detergent and all that fun stuff. Aldi was stocked up. Yeah, I think it's getting a little bit better. Yeah, but people are still, there's no flour. People are still having trouble.
So I coined a term called defensive buying. It's not like war where you want to deprive your enemy of supplies. That's just a casualty of this. You want to buy stuff you need, but then you buy more because you're afraid when you really need it, there won't be any left. So that's why people are stocking up on it now. And that's what's really unfortunate. If everybody just bought a regular amount, you know, if 4 rolls last you a week, if 8 rolls last you a week, then buy that. Then next week, go buy again. But maybe because they're afraid of going out because they're going to catch a bug or something, or unfortunately it may not be there, then they panic and they want to get like 8 months at once. And then that really messes. And then like Amy, if you're not going to McDonald's and going to the bathroom and using their toilet paper, you got to use your own.
Or at work. You're not at work.
You're not at work.
Your kids are at school. You're at work. So now that you're home, you need twice as much as you needed before.
So here's another vocabulary word. You've heard of the term OPM, other people's money? Well, we have a new one. How do you spell other people's toilet paper? You have to use your own. But it's true.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm looking at here and not at you guys in the camera, so sorry about that. So, cooks, we will be live again on Thursday at 6 o'clock. Also, check me out in Facebook because we're going to be chatting in there, and we will have a couple videos up. We definitely will have What's Up Wednesday, and we're going to have a couple cooking videos up this week. And all that fun stuff. Hey, up for you at it. Up for at gal. Hey, I probably am not saying that right. Hey, Tony. OTP. That's Eric's new phrase, OTP.
OPTP.
Yeah, let's go live in the early evening. Yeah, because Eric has to work. So Thursday, we will be live again. I want to let you guys go because we've been on here for an hour and a half. And I appreciate everybody joining me. I appreciate so much you guys watching the videos. It's such a fun hobby for me and Eric. We love it. And of course, I love kitchen stuff, right? So it gives me a opportunity. What are we making for dinner? I don't know. Have to figure something out.
I don't know. I got a steak that had a sell-by date like a day ago, so maybe I
put that in the freezer.
Oh!
Yeah.
I gotta thaw it out then.
Hey, Mary. Thanks for watching all this time. I really appreciate it. We have so much fun, and yeah, I love it. So we will see you guys Thursday at 6 o'clock. Well, join me in my Facebook group. We'll chat in there. Or, you know, if you're on Facebook, if you come in my Facebook book, you can send me a messenger email. Some people call me on Messenger, or they send me a messenger message. Right? So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. And be safe. Stay home, right? If you can, stay home. The more you're away from people, the less likely you'll catch it. And, you know, this is going to be staying in our house for the long haul. But we don't have any choice. And that's how we're going to stay clear of this virus, is just to stay away, right? And we'll get through this. We definitely will. So, bye everybody.
All right, now the fun part. How do you turn this thing off, boo-boo?
Hit the stream button.
Okay, it says end of stream, so I'm guessing that's it. 3, 2, 1.
See you
Bye,
guys.
y'all. Are you sure you want to end your stream?